ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke, and this is a little bit of an Everton update. Well, I say an Everton update, more like a Bramley Moore update. So, what's been happening as of late? There's been some news released on Sky Sports News. Well, I say released. Colin Chong has pretty much said it himself. So, he's spoken to Sky Sports News saying that the Friedkins group have desired to purchase Nelson Dock. That is obviously situated right next to the new Everton Stadium at Bramley Moore Dock. And they're even looking at purchasing some more land nearby, hinting that it's going to be some of the lands on the other side of Regent Road. That most likely being, there's empty plots around Terry Simbers and everything like that. And there's also derelict buildings all dotted up and down Regent Road. So there's plenty of opportunity for things that we can get redeveloped there. Now, this overall can work in one of two, well, it can work twofold, to tell you the God's honest truth. First one being that they're going to revitalise the area. So the area of Regent Road itself, with it being on the docks and everything, you've got a few good buildings and all that. You've got the likes of the 10 Streets down the bottom, so the likes of the Invisible Wind Factory, a lot of the bars and restaurants down there. You've got the likes of the Titanic Hotel, the Tobacco Warehouse. You got little bits like that. Also the Bramley Moore pub, can't forget to mention them guys. But yeah, so you've got a lot of stuff like that around there. And it's great buildings and everything, but a lot of it, especially down Canada Dockways and further north, a lot of the buildings down there are in disrepair, they're fairly derelict, and they do need a lot of work doing to them. So this is an ample opportunity if they are purchasing that land in particular. I don't think they are, but let's say they are. That's going to give them an opportunity to basically redo a lot of that stuff, invest a lot of money into it, and get the area looking a lot nicer and getting it into something that deserves to be, you know, a new tourist attraction. Think of it like an extended arm of the city centre. We're going to say like the city centre's no longer going to end, let's say it ends at pretty much Costco or Central Quay. It's going to extend further up and it's going to get more towards Bootle Ways or even Crosby Ways. It's going to be stuff like that. So the tourists, when they come into the city, let's say it's football fans or whether it's, say, people who are going to be going to music events and anything like that. Because bear in mind, with the new Everton Stadium, that's going to be opportunities for music events and other stuff like that coming in. So you could have like potentially small music events of, say, 15 to 20,000 operating outside of the Fan Plaza, or even bigger ones of anywhere between 40 to 50,000 operating inside the stadium itself. So things like that, you're going to have tourists coming into the city and they could be very close to the stadium itself, you know, getting hotels or something like that that are owned by the Friedkins group or owned by a subsidiary of the Friedkins group, and as a result are a subsidiary or a business partner to Everton Football Club. And as a result, there's going to be a share of the profits that will be coming to Everton Football Club and the Friedkins group, helping us get more of a face on the world stage, as well as, you know, a little bit of money in the side of the pocket, because, hey, can't hurt. But yeah, so there's that. So we've got that sort of stuff, so we can have that going on. That could be a potential one. And there's another potential that Nelson Dock, I mean, we could potentially, I don't want us to fill it in, but that could be a potential that they could do, is they could either semi-fill it in or fully fill it in, have that as a nice flat bit of land for a couple of years where that could be extra parking. Let's say for accessibility, for argument's sake. Or it could just be like a general purpose parking space. So you could probably, at the moment where Everton have got it, you're probably looking at maybe 2 to 250 cars inside of there in a comfortable way. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just doing that off the top of my head. Just the amount of times I've walked past there, the amount of cars I've seen in there. I think 200 to 250 before the dock's filled in is probably a fair estimate. But once that's filled in, you could probably expand that up to, say, 600 to 700 parking spaces. They could do something like that. But I personally would go against that myself. I think it'd be better if you had, say, a nice little array of bars or restaurants across there. So rather than, you know, filling in that dock, you could have it so that there's like a opening. So you could go from the stadium to some bars or restaurants on the extension of the Fan Plaza, we could call it. You could do something along those lines. I think that'd be great to myself. There's plenty of opportunities that we can actually build on, especially with the fact that we're buying up land around the area that we're going to, you know, redo, revitalise. We're going to get the area looking a lot more fancier, and it's not going to be a lovely stadium in and amongst different docks. It's going to be a nice new stadium, or a beautiful stadium that's going to be in and around. It's going to basically be like an Everton area. That's the best way to look at it. It's going to, if we go the way I'm thinking we're going to go, and that's going to buy up Nelson Dock, make bars and restaurants there. We're going to buy up the likes of the Mersey Foods place further down. We're going to get that all done up. A lot of the other buildings that are empty and derelict across there. I'm just thinking of this in my head right now. All across Regent Road, there's so many either bare land, empty buildings, or something that's just completely derelict and run down. We could either redo it, make it into something really nice and fancy. We could knock it down and make something completely new. I don't think we could, because listed buildings and all that. But there's just so much opportunity running right down that road to be redone, revitalized. And over the course of, say, the next 10 to 15 years, we could make Regent Road look from being, like a bunch of empty docks and a rundown area into a really high-end looking area that's luxury incarnate in a way. I don't want it to be too Americanized though. I want it to still keep that Liverpool charm. The Georgian and Victorian-esque buildings. I want them to still keep that look, because you've got that with the Titanic, you've got that with the Tobacco Warehouse, you've got that with a lot of the buildings spanning all the way down Regent Road up towards the city centre. So if they can keep that sort of style, and I am all for it. Sign me up. I will give them whatever they need in order to help them along with that. But yeah, so I've rambled on long enough about that. But yeah, what are your thoughts anyway? Put it in the comment section below if you think there's something else I might have missed. If I might have completely missed the mark. They might just be buying up the land so they can make parking spaces. They might be buying up the land so they've got somewhere they can do a little sun lounge in the summer. I could have completely missed the mark, but if you put it in the comment section below, I would greatly appreciate your feedback. And also, if you want us to help support the channel, I understand money is tight at the moment, but if you are willing to spare £1 a month to help the channel, that would be massively appreciated. As I've said in previous videos, there's about 3,200 people who are subscribed to this channel. So if even 1/10 of you guys was to donate £1 a month to the channel by becoming a School of Science TV member, bear in mind, this is all below, by the way. You are giving up £1 a month, so that's not even, think about it, bottle of sparkling water nowadays, that's what? That's £1 a month. So you're giving up a bottle of sparkling water a month. Not even a cup of coffee a month, even though it's called the cup of coffee tier. You're giving up something so meager and so insignificant, but instead, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be helping this channel a lot. So what we're going to be doing with that money is we're going to try and upgrade hardware, we're going to get better cameras, we're going to help upgrade my software. We're going to do so much, even do stuff for the backdrop here. I'm loving the blue wall, don't get me wrong, but I would like to probably actually make this into a charcoal grey-esque sort of thing. Give it a feature wall. Do other things around my house. There's empty rooms in my house that I can utilize and make them into different types of studios. So when we're doing post-match reactions, it won't just be back here. It could potentially be somewhere in another room in my house that I've done up to make it into an extension of the office, where we can actually sit down, we can talk tactics, we can talk play ratings, we can do other things like that and make it Everton themed so it's a lot more professional. Because bear in mind, I have got the skill set to make things a lot more professional here. I just need the revenue backing to help make things more professional. But yeah, guys, sorry for the preachy ends in there. But yeah, if you want to help support the channel as well, as a thank you, you will get a shout out at the end of the videos. It's going to be in a nice big bar down below. And you're just going to get my eternal gratitude, because just that simple £1 a month is going to help me so much to help build this channel up into something amazing. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all again for watching. I hope to see you guys again very soon. There is going to be some more videos coming up over the course of this week. I am going to be flying over the stadium, and I'm also going to be talking about players and their contracts. So yeah, so for the final time, I think that's probably about 3 or 4 times now I've said it. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week, up the fucking toffees, and peace.